in the design industry for 15 years, and what I realized that when you reach a certain point in your career, whether it is creative director level or chief creative officer, you suddenly find yourself talking to CFOs and board members about topics like finance and business strategy, and you constantly feel like you have this gap in your knowledge around finance and operations that stops you from conveying your ideas in the best possible way. That's why we created our executive program for design leaders that bridges that gap in the knowledge around finance, operations, and all the other business aspects to help creative directors to communicate their strategy and vision much better, as well as learn more about leadership and management so they can be better managers and team members, as well as better leaders to the businesses. We live in a really exciting time right now when finally design is being recognized by big organizations, and I'm sure you've seen the McKinsey report that talks about how design-led businesses outperform any other types of organizations. And a lot of companies started to hire more designers and grow their design departments to make sure that they can benefit from this creative power. Unfortunately, a lot of them went the wrong way around it by putting a business person in charge of running their design organization. They send them on a short design thinking course to make sure that they can talk to the rest of the creative teams. But we believe that real creative people who spend their entire time doing design and have passion for creative ideas and have real vision should be put to the C-level and be in charge of creating the visions for companies. The program has been inspired by the amazing Bauhaus, the establishment that existed 100 years ago in Germany and attracted some of the best minds in the industry back then, from Kandinsky to Maholy-Nagy and Schlemmer, the architects, the designers, the forward thinkers of that time who lived, worked and taught there, as well as partied with the students. And I bet majority of the learning happened at those parties and between the lectures rather than in the study rooms. In a similar fashion, we assembled a team of forward thinkers of now from brilliant companies like Spotify, Monzo, Pentagram, Wolff Olins, Droga5 and other brilliant organizations. We worked a lot to make sure that every single session is developed according to our own learning principles and extract the best knowledge from every single person we're collaborating with and putting it in the format that will work for our delegates to learn from. We approached our curriculum in a very holistic way to make sure that we cover all aspects, from being better human and understanding your own psychology, focus, motivation, as well as building better products and services, building better teams, better companies, and eventually building a better world. And the last layer is very important for us because we want to make sure that everyone who goes through our program not just cares about building amazing products and services, but also thinking about cultures and environments these products and services live in. As everyone attending the program is incredibly busy and either runs their own company or is in a very senior position in various organizations across the world, we wanted to make sure that they can fit around their busy schedules. The curriculum is split into 5 modules. 4 of them are 2-week modules in London, and there is another 1-week module in California. And each of the modules is focused on specific areas and topics. Each day will consist of 2 sessions, a morning 4-hour session, then a lunch break, then another 4-hour session in the afternoon. And each of the sessions will consist of the masterclass from one of our experts, as well as a workshop element, whether you will be working in a group on a challenge that will be posed by one of our teachers, or you're working individually on your own challenge that you can bring from your day-to-day work. In between the weeks, we'll minimize the distractions, so there will be a very minimal pre-reading and further reading, so you can start applying everything you learned in your day-to-day work and see what works and what doesn't, and come back to the next module with even more questions and more reflections on what you want to learn. This is not an MBA, and we made this decision consciously because when we were looking into getting certified as an MBA program, we realized that it requires a lot of disciplines and subjects that are not relevant for the current state of the industry. That's why we took them out and replaced them with more leadership skills and subjects that are relevant for design-led businesses and making sure that we create a better future for all of our companies. So if you feel like you reached a point in your career where you feel like you can do more and want to get to the next level, this is the right program for you. Whether you want to start your own business, grow your team and get to the C-level, or expand your business internationally, we are looking forward to helping you make it a reality.